Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Cybern Gamer, and welcome to a special one-off video that I'm going to do to round off the Red Alert 3 section of the Let's Play before I move on to Uprising. I am joined by all three of the co-commanders, so please introduce yourselves.
I'm Nizzy Storm. I do Allies. Hi.
Hello, I'm Dario Studios. I do the Empire campaign.
Hi, I'm FC Matt, and I absolutely destroyed the Soviet campaign.
And they're not wrong, but essentially we're going to be doing to a best of, well, not best of, but going to the first of 4 wins between the three of them, and they are playing their respective factions. As they said, Allies was Nizzy, Dario's Rising Sun, Matt was Soviets, so we're going to begin. And I will be deafening myself so I can't hear them talking between themselves, so let us begin. When the game eventually loads. So, yes, the map we are on is Pyroclasm. In the bottom left, we have Matt playing as Soviets. He's starting out with a reactor. In the north, we have Nizzy as the Purple Allies. And then in the bottom right, we have Orange Rising Sun with Dario Studios. So I just want to point out, this is the first time I'm ever doing something like this. So if you guys want to see more like just gameplay casts, let me know in the comments. So what we are basically doing is experiencing the beginning of this game, and that was a good use of the Bear's Roar. Stops Nizzy from denying this engineer cap, and using the Rising Sun's advantage, he's gone to grab, expanded his barracks out here, and he's grabbed, will grab the oil. One of the advantages of Rising Sun is that their buildings can obviously move out everywhere, so that allows them to expand far more quickly than what the Soviets and the Allies can. And as you can see here, Matt is building chaining with the Soviets, is the only faction that can do that. Which makes it easier for them to sort of build, but the only downside to Soviets is if Matt was to lose his super reactor, he loses all the tech that unlocks. I.e., he couldn't build an airfield or recruit certain units like the hammer tank. So from Ross's perspective here, he's just getting his airbase up now, which is actually kind of a rookie thing, because Allies benefit so much from having air power out early game.
Multi-gunner at your service.
He's also grabbed himself a couple more gunners, which are great to sort of ward off anything, and he's gone for the high technology, which boosts those units' special abilities. Dario hasn't actually grabbed his protocol, which is kind of a surprise, but he is trying to harass Matt, and Matt has grabbed cash bounty, which is actually not a bad thing to grab first on, because if you can use it on high value units, you get a decent amount of money from them. I'm going to be interested to see if Matt decides to move his MCV. He doesn't seem to be, but he is building a crusher crane, which is the only way for Soviets to repair any of their vehicles. They're not like the Allies, where the Allies and Rising Sun get units on their repair drones around their airfield, shipyard, and war factory. As we can see here from Nizzy, he's getting another refinery. Okay, yeah, he just lost his dog there, so he can no longer see what Jack is doing, or Dario. resource ticks, obviously, from the oils will allow them to get extra income. On a map like this, where you're sort of having to essentially fight for every inch of control that you have, it's kind of needed. A little bit of a skirmish here, but it's just a bear. He's just trying to deny Matt's scouting. No, Deria is trying to harass the income. If he can get that prospector, that would be a huge blow, since these things do cost 1,000 to replenish, and yeah, there it goes. So he's also going to try and hit the oil. And here we go, the allies using their, with him using that, that is one of the strongest things about allies. So Matt himself is currently using a terror drone, so he's probably going to try and hit these, but I don't think he's ever actually scouted. Okay, no, he has scouted, so he knows there are wolves around there. Which does also mean that he can't hit the harvesters, but he could use the taser to sort of lock it into place. Can't really do that here, though. He has got a bit more of an easier chance, but for how close it is to the airfield, that wouldn't most likely happen too well. They're saying that Didier is expanding into the middle. Matt is building tier 3, so he will soon have access to all of his big units. Now Didier is moving his construction vehicles. Not really needed for the Empire, but considering how weak nano cores are, this is sort of a needed thing if you want to push the front line more easily. Now Nizzy's coming around here, he's going to see that the crawler, not the crawler, the Conyard, sorry, is moving. And yeah, he's trying to snipe the units to essentially deal with any potential attack like this. So yeah, he's just lost that harvester again. And now Jack is coming in with Striker VXs, which are a very decent unit. If he's grabbed the missile upgrade, then that is going to massively... No, he still hasn't grabbed any upgrades. That is actually really bad. He could go for like those, and then that would be beneficial for him. But not grabbing the advanced rocket pods when you're going for Striker VXs is a very bad idea. Striker VXs are limited in their attack rate, but if you can grab that upgrade, it massively boosts just how much damage they can net out. Meanwhile, Matt is sort of confined to his corner. Right now, with Delia having most of the map under his control, he's able to properly control the flow of money in the map. He hasn't grabbed this water expansion yet, but he's currently sitting on 4 he's sitting on 4 miners to Nizzy's 3. Matt is building his 4th because he's expanded out, but he's currently got no money because buildings have stopped building. Nizzy's got that prospector back up again after a bit of a delay. And Delia is expanding more into the middle. Like, this is one of like the bonuses and massive advantages about this Rising Sun, is the fact that they can expand far quicker than any other faction. And essentially how we're going with this is that whoever is eliminated first will essentially be choosing the next map. Yeah, Matt once again is basically terrorizing this one prospector. This guy does not get a lot of jobs done, but yeah, there he goes down once again. See that the army formations are coming up. And essentially it makes it so... Right now, I would say between map control, Matt and Delia both have equal control of the map. Nizzy has expanded into the water, which if Matt doesn't know about, which he doesn't, that's like an easy target. That would be an easy target for him to grab. He's obviously attacking here because, yeah, if he could have hit that off, that would have been a major blow, because the Apollos are, I believe, like 1,000 each. Vindicator's 800. The airfield itself is 1,000, so that would be a good amount of money gone. Final squadron does come in, takes that airfield down to half health. It's not really going to be that too much of an impressive feat though, because he's not going to really be able to kill it. He's moved these off using two-pronged attack. So this engagement here, 4 Guardians, a couple of Peacekeepers. Peacekeepers are really good against infantry, however against this much stuff they're not that effective. There goes the airfield. There's a good amount of money gone just there. All these units are dying. Guardians are 1,200 each. The War Factory is going to get taken out. Nizzy's rebuilt his airbase, but it's going to be a pretty big blow to all of them. And there goes the boot camp, so that's another building that Nizzy's got to replace. Nizzy is still stuck on just 4, however he is now employing one of the most annoying units in this game, the Cryocopter. It's one of the reasons why allied players get like reputations for being annoying, because Cryocopters, as you can see, they freeze units, and when it comes to vehicles they can shrink them, which just makes them easier to crush, and they basically do no damage. So if you combine Cryocopters with, say, yeah, sorry. Sorry about that. If you combined Cryocopters with a lot of damage output like this, it's a huge blow. None of them have gone for Navy though yet, which is kind of a surprise. Mainframe core coming out, which means Jack will then be able to get his tier 3. Matt's expanded and taken this expansion, which is a good idea. It denies the Rising Sun player more. Seeing how this combat is going, the only place he will be able to expand to now is here. Yep, and there's that. And here's the annoying thing about Cryocopters. They shrink units, which make them not only tiny, but they also are very ineffective against combat. Matt is taking very defensive posture here. There we go. Now we've got the naval yard out. And yeah, he's going for a cooler subs, so he's going to use them to quickly clean this out, because that is denying him his 6th ore mine.
Twin blade inspection complete.
Yeah, now Matt is assembling a squadron of twin blades. What's he grabbed so far? Just Territor Enterprise and Cash Bounty. He's using the V4 to clear up any infantry that come this way. There's the Cryo Beam from Nizzy. Just freezes those units in place. He should have capitalized. Tank Busters though are, despite being anti-infantry, anti-armor, they are pretty effective at dealing with infantry. Now, Matt is having money issues again. This is the only issue with this game, is that each one of these binds brings in 250 and you only get about 500 from your initial 2. So Matt now will be getting about 1,500 in per load. Denia is going to be less, only at 1,000. Same with Nizzy, he's also only going to be at 1,000. However, they can't. Nizzy is sort of locked into his initial area. Now, he is employing Mirage tanks, one of the best anti-armor units in this game, especially for allies. And yeah, he's grabbed a second airfield, so he's most likely going to be going for more Vindicators here. Oh no, he's going for sentries. Probably is a good idea since sentries are very good at cleaning out heavily fortified areas, and they're just more cost efficient in dealing with buildings. Now, Nizzy's employing the use of Athena cannons as well. These are great bombardment units. They also have a shield generator that protects a certain range. However, if something goes under it, it's not helpful. Dario is about to lose his Kanyard, which will be a big blow to him because now he's going to have to invest 5,000 to get a new one. Though he does have a naval yard. I don't get what Matt has the 2 Akudas. I don't know why he's not like taking this out and grabbing this expansion. Because that's the longer he leaves that for us, the more money he's getting. He's built both his super weapons here. Iron Curtain. Everyone who's played Red Alert series knows it. It makes units completely invulnerable. Vacuum Imploder. It's basically a nuke that when it hits the ground, it sucks up anything in its initial radius. Hopefully that's just reminded him that he does have these Akudas, so he can take that out. He really needs to take that out. I think this might be the end of Derriere, because I don't know what he's got. He's about to lose his tier 3, so once he loses that, he can't really build anything else. He does have this war factory back here. He's been cleaned out. This is what I mean about the allies. Like, until he got the cryocopters, Ross was sort of backed into his section of the map. We're bringing out the King Onis. These are really, really good units to deal with armor. The Bull Rush ability as well would do a very quick job. Ah, yeah, he does use that. He gets efficiency off of it, so that's now 1 rank up. He's building ships. I don't see him building a new MCV though. I think by the time how slow that is going up, I believe that might be a new Kanyard. Yeah, he's building a new Kanyard, and because he's at low power, it's going to take longer to build. There we go. Matt's cleared that out, and what he did there was actually not a bad idea. Though he's going to lose the outposts, and now he has to invest a building to expand his control over that area. Though Matt did capture the command hub, so he can build. Nizzy has a chronosphere. It's going to take Derriere a bit of time to get back into the fight just because of the fact he lost his Kanyard. That's the only way Empire have any build control. He's not like Soviets where you can just build the Crusher Crane and you're good. But Matt grabbing that now pushes him up to 7, so he's now earning 1,750 credits per turn. And now he is starting to base creep into the back of Nizzy's base. And Matt's also employed Dreadnoughts. Their special ability just lets them basically overclock, but it does do damage to the ship over time. Something I would be going for personally right now would be hitting the Kanyard. If he takes out the construction yard, that loses Ross's ability to build tier 2 and 3 units. And now, I don't think they actually realise this, but yeah, now Ross is getting double teamed. Yuriko, probably the most powerful commander in the game, has come out now. Matt is just sat back doing a... Like, he's just sat back and letting these two kill each other. Yuriko is alright, but if she gets met by all this, she's not going to survive. She will die very quickly. Matt's bringing his air force. He's probably getting ready to try and hit Jack from behind. His construction yard's back out, so now he's actually able to build stuff. Matt is not paying attention to his naval units and they are dying. The build range that the command hub gives Matt is just exponential because he has the ability to build pretty much up to about here like as you saw. He needs to get rid of that elite, the heroic Athena cannon, because that will just shred through his stuff. While not too effective, it's going to help. Right, the Chronosphere is ready to go. Sadly, it's not really going to be effective on units. Ross could use it on these Akulas, but until they surface, it's basically useless. Yeah, he's getting rid of that, which is not a bad idea. And Matt's making his move against Derriere. A lot of Apocalypse tanks for like the armor. He's trying to use the Hammer tank's Leech Beam to grab himself the Weapon of the King only, because that then makes the Hammer tank much more effective, and he's grabbed it. I always do find it funny how they actually went out of the way to model every Hammer tank upgrade possible. But I think this is probably going to be the end of Derriere, because Matt has a lot of Twin Blades. Yep, they're rushing the Mecha Bay. So take that out, hit that, and then you basically knock him out of the game. He has got his naval yard. But there goes the barracks. There goes the tier 3. Jack could have tried to bring these units around just to get snipe this miner, but he lost his MCV. I imagine he's going to be building the Sea Wings. Yep, Sea Wings are pretty effective AA. However, with the amount of Twin Blades Matt has, he literally doesn't need to run them away. He could literally just snipe that thing because of how many Twin Blades he has. There goes the naval yard. Jack is basically dead. So Derriere is effectively out of the game. The only thing he can really do now is just harass in the water, but apart from that, Derriere cannot really fight back anymore. He's lost all his harvesters. He has no production. He is essentially out of the game. And Izzy got hit by the vacuum imploder, knocked out his airfield, his defense bureau, a power plant. He does have a seaport built, so he's probably going to be trying to go for a carrier assault destroyer combo. Matt's naval yard is frozen, however, until that unfreezes, he can't use it. And the assault destroyers are running over his own walls. It's just, they are heavy units. If you can get one shot off of that on that naval yard, that will destroy that instantly. But yeah, Derriere sold out. Though I think this is going to be it for game 1. Using the one with the more health, the black hole armor absorbs all damage, and that's it. That is game 1. So that is 1 win to the Soviet player, Matt. So we will jump into round 2. And then we will pop back into VC quickly to see how everyone's thoughts are.
Oh, you had it at the end. I killed it.
No, that was in my naval yard.
I still didn't have
yeah, you're right.
all that, man. That was fucking crazy.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at the eco here, like Jack had more eco than me at the start. He expanded faster. It was around the 14-minute mark, I guess, behind one of those giant bubbles where I guess Jack lost his ref in the middle. But again, I genuinely didn't kill it.
Yeah, I pushed way too hard.
You know what? Let's we'll leave them to it. We'll leave them to it, and we will grab the I think I've got to wait for him to actually join the game. But yeah, so currently Matt has 1 point. We're gonna go to bet whoever wins 3 games first. We would probably do more, however, we are a little bit pressed of time for other things. Got to remind him that he needs to keep playing Soviets. I'll be interested to see how these next games go. He chose blue just to fuck with me, but you know. We'll see how game 2 goes. So this is Fried River. This is originally a map from Uprising. We figured that because of the small amount of choice for maps, we would basically grab extra maps and just go from there, and that's what we've done. So this is Fried River. Whoever spawns in the bottom right is going to have a bit more of an advantage because they have no way to get attacked by land units. Oh, Nizzy and Didier aren't loading. Ah, there we go. They're just a bit slow. Whoever spawns in the bottom right. Oh, okay. So Nizzy has spawned in the bottom right. So he has access to 6 mines if he can get these expansions quickly. Derriere in the north is going to have a land contest with Matt again. So it's over. Hopefully he doesn't overexpand. Let's go and quickly just check, see what they've all chosen for the first support powers. He's chosen that again. Derriere still hasn't chosen support power, and Matt hasn't chosen one either. So yeah, it's been an interesting game. I hope like Derriere remembers that he actually can. Or actually he remembers that the top secret protocols are a thing. Because if he doesn't grab those, that's putting him at a disadvantage as well. Okay, I don't get why a wall didn't form there. That is a bit odd that no wall formed there. Okay, so he's grabbed this. What Ross should really try and do is get a fast naval yard. Because he has this, his ships will auto repair, and Navy is the only real course he can choose until he is able to land. Once again, Matt is overextending himself a little bit with his economy because he doesn't have the money to get his super reactor online. But now this is where Nizzy can be really annoying because neither Jack nor Matt have a effective, easy way to get to Nizzy. But yeah, Nizzy's going for probably the best play he can, which is try to harass the harvesters, knock them out. I don't think he's using the return to the RTB ability because it actually makes Vindicators go back to base faster. Jack's already grabbed his 3rd refinery. He's got his 4th one on the way. Matt's also expanding north. I imagine he's probably going to go for this one here. have some garrisonable buildings to help with defense. Is he coming back in with the constant harassment? I don't know what he just built there. Unless he built a power plant to go into there. But this miner is currently not working because it's still got the protective carapace over it, so it's not working, so it's not bringing in money. So Matt is currently down 250 income. And since he still hasn't gotten his third refinery online, he's going to be down money quite a bit. He is scouting. Matt is scouting with a terror drone. He's probably coming over here to see if Matt could hit that MCV. If he could hit that MCV, that would be so big. But yeah, I think he was just moving that to get the build range to actually be able to build naval yard. So that might have been what he was trying to build and then cancelled. But if Matt could have hit that naval yard, that would have been huge, because then that would basically knock Nizzy out of the game because he wouldn't be able to expand. Yeah, Matt is trying to get the harvest. Is terror drone in here? If it could just figure out how to get through that gap. What are they doing? I don't know what they're doing. They're not. They weren't dropping their bombs on the terror drone, which I do find a little bit odd. If you can grab this garage, it will provide auto repair for all your vehicles. Kind of like how the dry dock provides auto repair for all naval units, the hospital, all infantry, and of course, an airfield lets you revive or auto repair all your aircraft. If he could lose the super reactor, that would actually be a pretty big blow to Matt, because it would knock him back and he'd have to build a new one. Matt is moving his MCV. I don't know if he's going to move it north or what though. But Nizzy is now going to expand into the water to grab these two mines, which does push him closer to Matt. But Matt doesn't seem to be focusing too much on that fact. The Denier is out of power. He still hasn't grabbed his top secret protocol. I don't think he realizes that they're a thing again. Matt grabbed cash bounty, and Nizzy grabbed the high technology upgrade. We're already up to Tech 2 for the allies, so you can grab cryocopters from here. We'll be able to grab spies from here. Spies only really shut down structures though. Denier is now expanding into the water, which means he will soon be able to contest Nizzy. However, Nizzy is just got the advanced aeronautics, which gives all Vindicators extra bombs, and the Apollos, I don't remember what it gives Apollos. I think it just makes it so they have more ammo. But yeah, Denier is not going to hold this with just 3 tsunamis, not when he's got 2 assault destroyers coming up. Denier could use the nano deflectors, however, against ships as powerful as assault destroyers, it's not going to be of too much help. Double navy is a kind of a surprise. Yeah, Matt moved his MCV up here. He's also basically shut this expansion down, or seen that he is expanding over here. He's expanded up to tier 3, which probably means he is going to go for... No, he's still going for assault destroyers. The thing is, Nizzy needs to push out. Nizzy needs to push out, otherwise he's going to be basically locked into just this, and working off of 2 mines when your enemies are going to have like 4 to 5 mines just makes it much harder. This amount of infantry could easily deal with a dog, or bear in Soviet's case. Denier is currently sat on 5 mines. Matt is sat on 4. Nizzy is 2. One of these is at tier 3, which means if he can get a Shogun battleship out, he should have the firepower to deal with them, but he would need to push the assault destroyers back a little bit first. And that is not an easy thing to do when you've got multiple assault destroyers. They are very effective for a reason at holding areas. However, bringing something in like a Chopper VX, you're not going to get that much thing. Nizzy does grab one of the naval yards. However, it was at tier 1, so it doesn't matter too much, but he has gotten pushed back. Hydrofoils coming out now to use the weapon jammer, and he's pulling back with that. Matt has expanded into the water, but now he needs to deal with this expansion, which has got a multi-gunner turret. And Izzy's trying to, I imagine, get more... No, he's going for another airbase. But again, this is the issue that he has with his economy, because he has only 3 miners compared to the other 2 who will have 4. Or both have 4. They kind of massively reduce his effectiveness. Matt's brought out a Dreadnought. Ideally, he'd want to hit that command hub first, because if he doesn't, as long as Nizzy is able to get some kind of money out, he would be able to expand into this. Of course, hitting the Prospector, killing that would do the same thing. It would reduce his ability to actually get any economy out. Matt is setting up his outpost, while both of his Dreadnoughts are now weapon locked, so they are essentially just floating wastes of money. The cooler's coming out now. If Matt can use the... yeah, there he does. Grabs one of them, so one of them is now able to use its weapons again. Here come the Vindicators, which do go into a bunch of AA, but one Dreadnought does get taken out. Jack is currently just rebuilding his fleet. He's even got a Shogun battleship out. So he is probably investing into the later game tech. He does have all of his production. Okay, his barracks are still tier 2, but that doesn't matter so much. Matt is being incredibly aggressive here. There's an aircraft carrier, which, yep, EMP'd a bunch of stuff, so it's all useless for now. Aircraft carrier's blackout missile. Pretty good ability. It locks out units for a certain amount of time. It also affects buildings, but Nizzy is not going to be able to hold on to this expansion. Okay, good. Matt did figure out how, did realise that was still not working. Delia's coming in to see that, oh wait, these two are fighting. His fleet is staying in position right now as he's building it up, bringing out Naganatas, advanced ship hunters. They can deal with submarines as well, which will be good for dealing with these Akulas. Matt's building a crusher crane out in the water, which he needs to do, because that's the only way he will get any form of naval repair due to how far out his units are going to be. The only other crusher crane he has is here, which is too far inland to actually be any usefulness, when it comes to repairing units. With Matt having secured this, that bumps his miners up, which means he's getting the most money incoming. If Nizzy gets pushed now by both the Soviets and the Empire, he is essentially out of the game. He cannot really afford to expand, because doubt he's going to try and expand onto that. He is sending a prospector up. He's probably trying to get like a sneaky ore refinery in. However, it's not going to be that effective considering 2 Shoguns, a couple of Naganatas, a lot of Yari mini-subs. That is just going to get sniped straight away, which I think he's realised now as he's turning it around. Like, he just... This is a good and a bad place. It's good because it means you're going to really be approached from air or navy. But it's also bad because if you don't expand quickly and grab these mines to secure your income, you are not going to do anything. Daria is now scouting out Matt. He most likely has seen that the construction yard is up forward and not in the back. The only issue is though, to deny Matt the ability to build anything, he would have to hit both his crusher cranes, hit the construction yard, hit the war factory, and hit the naval yard, which I don't think he can do. As he's transitioned into sentries, he's probably trying to use them to sort of soften up the units. But he's not really going to have that much of an opportunity to do anything. Like, he's building another carrier and he's just sold all his money into assault destroyers. But all of them can see that the vacuum imploder is ready. Yeah, now he's going to get hit by...
Aircraft carrier leaving port.
He's now getting hit pretty freaking hard. What Delia needs to remember is to put these sideways, because then you can use both guns. It makes Shoguns incredibly more powerful, because you can have them sideways, they have basically double the firepower. But it's very likely that Nizzy is about to die here. So Navy Yard's getting hit. Delia doesn't have any AA, but one cryocopter's not going to do that much. He's going to use the sentry to try and hit one of the Shoguns. Doesn't kill it. Yeah, and there's the sellout. So, there is Nizzy dead. And out of the game. Now it just leaves between the two of them. It's now Allied Soviets v Empire. Now the only disadvantage I would say here that Soviets have is that they do not have near the amount of same firepower that is here. So there goes the second dreadnought. Matt's lost his ability to build new naval units because his naval yard got destroyed first, which is not a bad tactic to go for. The Shogun's getting hit by dreadnought missiles. It's also just gained veterancy, so it's one away from being even more broken what it already is. He's losing all the air. Matt is using, or moving up his ground forces. He probably realizes he's going to need to do something against Jack. Jack's brought out Wave Force artillery, very effective at dealing with Apocalypse tanks. Apocalypse tanks have a lot of armor and health, but against ranged units like Wave Force artillery, they are incredibly... They have incredible abilities to not be good. Matt doesn't do something to contain the naval threat. Derrier's Shoguns could very easily just wipe anything out on the coastline. However, there is a terror drone. These Shoguns are too far away from any ability to be repaired. Oh. He's not micromanaging that. That's healing, but if that Shogun actually lands a hit, that terror drone's dead. There you go. And now it's got veterancy, but it's going to get taken out by some twin blades. He did lose all his ground forces here. You got the sniper pilot, the pilot snipe off the King Oni. If Matt can get a infantry into that, he now has a free Imperial unit. Twin Blade at Heroics, it's just gonna tear through these. And Delia trying to get some use out of his Wave Force artillery before it dies. He has a completely new fleet established. Got multiple mecha bays out. The fleet's been mopped up, and he's managed to get his expansion back out. His MZV did move. I'm not sure where that disappeared to, actually. Nah, he moved it up here. Probably to keep it away from the Shoguns. Which is not a bad play, to be honest. Moving it up. Gets out of the way of the Shoguns. This many Shoguns are very deadly to buildings. They will just chew through anything. Though he really needs to get Mecha Tengus or C-Wings out to deal with these Twin Blades, or else he's going to lose all these ships, and these are not cheap to replace. Shoguns themselves cost 2200, so that's 3 Shoguns worth of credits he's just wasted there, or lost. Here comes more. Money stalling is not a good thing to experience. Delia really needs to try and grab this extra mine here just to bump up his economy a bit more. He's going to lose all these Shoguns. He is now deploying C-Wings, however the amount of Twin Blades here, that is going to be difficult for just 2 C-Wings to clean up. And Natasha is going to be making this kind of hard for him to push. With this amount of Twin Blades, Matt could probably very easily clean up everything that belongs to Delia. But Nizzy had both a good and a bad place to start on this map, so he can't really do too much. All these units are going to get cleaned up. Jet Tengus, who running away from them is actually a very valid cause of concern, because Jet Tengus, if he actually told them to pursue, would be able to deal with these effectively, though the Bullfrogs would most likely deter that push. If either of them wanted to deny the land, they could destroy this bridge, and then it would force the combat to a certain another point, which would be up here, which would then make this the main center of attention. Matt is getting his Navy Yard back out. Not a bad play here. I suspect Delia is going to try and push with his naval units again, but now that he has a lot more AA, these Twin Blades will get cleaned up very quickly. The vacuum imploder is ready to go, but he needs a good target to use it, otherwise he would just waste it. And if he could get it off on all these King Oni, that would be a huge blow to Delia. Nah, good attempt, but good attempt there. If he hadn't reacted faster, that would have probably cost him the vacuum imploder. And yeah, oh, that's big. And yeah, and he lost his own unit because he didn't realize. That was at least like a good 4 or 5. Actually, I think there's like at least 7 that got caught into that, and that just lost his entire attack force. These 2 neutral King Oni. Again, Matt could easily grab these. The bridge did get taken out. And he's just waiting for this Shogun to come back. Get the Shogun to hit the naval yard, and you can clean all this out. deny Matt 2 more mines. He still hasn't grabbed this mine yet. This mine's heavily damaged. He's most likely going to... Yeah, he's now going to clean that out because until one of them repairs this bridge, all land combat is going to get forced up to this top left corner. If he could get Natasha in, Matt could have used her to snipe one of the ships. But with the amount of stuff here, that wouldn't have been helpful. He's going to lose these MiGs if he doesn't move them back. There goes 1, there goes 2, there goes 3. They're out of range. But these 2 are moving up. Orbital downpour. He loses all the MiGs, which he really didn't need to lose. He could have pulled them out. If he turns the Sea Wings into Sky Wings, he'd have more damage there. Shogun takes the Ultra Torpedoes into the side of the hull, and Matt also manages to nearly kill his own sub due to his own support power. But as I suspected, this has gotten cleaned out. The Naganatas just need to destroy the naval yard and the outpost, and then that is it. The Akulas are killing the Sea Wings, which is actually bad. All 3 of these are pretty badly damaged. So if Daya was to use his Torpedo Type S, he could probably deal with all 3 of these Akulas really quickly. He moves them into the air mode so they can't get targeted. Matt trying to rebuild his economy down here, but it's not going to work. 2 heroic Naganatas are going to make short work of anything down here, and that will just get taken out as well. He is trying to bring his twin blades in, but the expansion is gone. So he's going to need to bring in new units. And he manages to get the heroic twin blade. Derriere coming in with a squadron of Sky Wings to basically harass. However, the amount of bullfrogs he has, it's not really going to be that effective. A play right now would probably be from Derriere is to try and bring up and sort of lock him out of being able to produce anything. A couple of Shoguns probably here could hit that power plant, hit these 3 buildings here. More twin blades are coming out. Derriere using the balloon drop support power to try and do some more damage to the vacuum imploder. It's not going to be enough though. Matt is using a good size amount of apocalypse tanks coming up. It's a simple case of they need to do something. He is currently Derriere is currently long distance mining. However, we are getting to the point now where money is going to be start becoming a major problem for both players. The only good ore mines left are primarily out in the water, because I don't think that one has much left. It's 6,500, that's not going to last too long. You do get some money from ore mines when they're fully depleted, but it's like 1/10 of what you would get normally. I think it's only like 25 or 50 that you only get from those. Matt coming in with his swarm of twin blades once again. He's gonna take out this outpost. Probably be a bad idea to destroy this oil derrick, deny Derriere any income. I don't know what he plans to do there. He's finally realised that he can capture the King Onis, thankfully. Now gives him 2 pretty good frontline units to do additional attack power. He's most likely going to repair this bridge because he doesn't need to worry too much. If he repairs this bridge, he can push over here, knock this out, and then he doesn't really have too much in the way of enemy units between this huge attack force and Delier's main base. Delier still didn't grab this mine, which is a really bad thing, but he can't really do too much. Yeah, Matt's bringing in an engineer to repair this bridge, and that will restore the main attack route. Matt's obviously already over here expanding, but as the money situation is becoming a problem now, it's going to take them a while to build anything. Delier now losing this forward mine. His ground units are pushing up, so are Matt's in a one-on-one engagement. Matt has the number of apocalypse tanks he needs to properly counter all this. It's just a simple case of Delier not... Yeah, and that is game 2. So that's 2 wins for Matt. If Matt wins 1 more, that's it. That'll be the end of this series. However, it is not up to those 2. It is up to Nizzy to decide the map. So we are going to jump into... Okay, we're not going to jump into that. So I will just host the game for them. But it is kind of surprising to see just how effective this is going. It would probably help if I open up the game as well. I was about to say why aren't they joining, but it's like because the game was closed and they couldn't join it. So I'm going to let them both join, and then we will choose the last map, and then we will basically see if this is going to be the last game. I'm going to quickly jump back into the VC and see how they're doing.
But again, somebody is just gonna get 2v1'd.
Yeah, that's the issue.
The game slots are up, by the way.
It's not.
They are.
I said it was full.
Yeah, I'm in it.
Yeah,
Said it
I
was
opened up the slots. Just try joining again.
Okay.
I can't join for some reason.
Just try it again. You should be able to join. There is one more open slot. Nizzy,
Yeah,
map.
got it. Thank you.
What? Yeah.
What map do you want, Nizzy?
I don't know. Whatever the thing was.
Whatever the thing.
Like, just pick whatever just one of the what's it called, the first, the other one, that one. Yeah, Caldera. Okay, I'll follow.
Does this have the
No.
Dragon Executioner running around the middle?
No, that's just for the uprising challenge.
How boring.
I was gonna, but nah.
But yeah, Matt wins one more game. That is going to be the end of this. So that'll be.
Well, I've got one more game to play. That is it for me.
All right.
I've only got 20 minutes.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see how this game goes.
Any monkeys in the middle? I don't think any of us are good enough for monkey in the middle.
I'm waiting on you, Matt. Again.
Oh, I thought I readied up. My bad. Sorry.
Nah, you didn't. Oh, best of luck. So, final game. Matt starting up here in top left. Nizzy starting in the, I guess you could say, middle right, and then Delier Productions beginning in the bottom of the map. One thing to note about this map is there is a veteran academy. If this is captured, your units will automatically be trained at veteran, heroic, or elite, depending on how many of these you have captured. So you want to properly have like a full heroic army at the beginning of the game, well, you need 3 veteran academies. Observation posts are, you know, generic map reveal, oil derricks or oil derricks. You know, typical things from Red Alert 2 and Red Alert 3 onwards. Derriere is grabbing his expansion. I would have personally had that deploy the other way, just so the infantry could get out a bit quicker. Both of them are scouting. Derriere is not, because his scout takes longer to produce. Then Derriere is also already out of money, but then again that is the downside to Rising Sun, because your refineries cost 2,500 and they are also 2,500 compared to the Allies and Soviets, who actually only cost 2,000. But in I guess because of the fact they are basically mobile little units that can move around the map, that's why they are deploying faster. There you go. Got another dojo core, which is probably going to deploy along this front. Nizzy grabbing that oil. Matt has grabbed that oil, and Denia has obviously grabbed this one, which means they're all equal in terms of money. Navy is not too much of a playing factor onto this. Matt is moving his MCV forward, most likely to grab his third, or here. He could have moved it here to grab this one, or moved it up towards here to grab this one. Nizzy needs to actually expand more quickly. And yeah, he's also going to grab this veteran academy because it exists on the map, and it's kind of dumb not to come grab this. That dog is camping that dojo, which basically makes it useless unless it's going to make the little drone. Got a jet tango coming out. But we also have javelin soldiers coming out. He's probably going to attempt a rush. Even the harvesters get veterancy, which doesn't make sense, but oh well. The Matt's now got this refinery, so he has build range around it. He's going to move his MCV up here, grab his fourth. And he's on his way to grabbing his fourth expansion as well. If Derriere wanted to, he could easily get another refinery core, send it down to here, and then sort of build like a backline base if he wanted to. It'd be far easier for him to. Matt is doing the same, grabbing this back expansion. Nizzy is currently in the process of securing this. No doubt Derriere saw that prospector, but he is trying to quick snipe Derriere, which is actually a kind of not a bad thing to do. However, the MCV can crush any unit under it itself. He's going to lose that. He will lose that, and then that's basically him knocked out. Yeah, and there's the sellout because he doesn't have a way to fight back. Lost his racks over here, lost his racks here, lost the Mecha Bay. The Mecha Bay would have been the only way for him to rebuild. So now it is just Derriere versus Matt. Matt's MCV is up here, he's grabbed this, he's now on 5 ores compared to Nizzy's 2 still. Terror drone grabbing this. All three of these are terror droned. Yeah, spamming terror drones is not really going to help too much. Getting terror drones into this base is not really going to be too much of a help, because if a vehicle that's been terror droned gets close to an armor facility, the terror drone will get destroyed. He's run this infantry back. Doesn't have much in terms of units right now. He's still got some hammer tanks. He's backed up his MCV, so he's most likely going to come down here and expand here. But Matt needs to take this out or capture it himself, or else Nizzy is going to have a veterancy advantage. And since units with veterancy have a bit more health and do a bit more damage, he's going to have that advantage for as long as he has that veterancy academy. The two bullfrogs in the middle aren't really going to do too much for air. However, Nizzy doesn't seem to have that much air power right now. He still hasn't grabbed his third refinery yet, so he is quite far behind Matt in terms of economy. Matt with 3 harvesters right by his starting location, and the 2 expansions, not to mention the 6th one here he's about to grab. It's going to have him triple the economy that Nizzy has. Nizzy's got his 3rd ore refinery up. I don't get why he sold the prospector. You're not so rich, you can't benefit from it, and if this area gets attacked and you don't have the ability to build anything around this area, it's just going to be a lost outpost. Nizzy attacking his outpost. Knock this out. The sentry gun's not going to be done. He's gonna lose this, but at the same time he gains this, so he's not really lost any economy. However, Matt is reacting to that attack with his own attack on Nizzy's main base. The construction yard is more than safe though, he's not going to get much done. Not while that quadcopter is there. Bunch of sickles coming in to clean up the infantry. Or try to clean up the infantry because they just got taken out. I do see a spy. That's an interesting play. If Nizzy can deploy that spy properly and bribe these units, it's 1,000. But the problem is because of the bear, that spy should get seen. Oh no! Oh, the spy got ran over. Okay, that would have been good if he could have got that off. So right now, with the focus being here, it's going to take the... there you go, he got the spy off, which means he's grabbed 2 of his hammer tanks. And now he can use the hammer tanks as extra. Well, putting all your hammer tanks onto the leech beam is generally not a good idea. You want some DPS alongside the leech beams, otherwise you're not going to benefit. Natasha has come out. Matt, I suspect, will probably soon be building the vacuum imploder, because if he could hit the base like about here, that's going to do a load of damage and heavily disrupt Ross's ability to produce anything. LV4 hitting the armor facility, which is not a bad thing to do. However, the cryocopter can't really put a stop to it because there's 4 bullfrogs. And there goes the armor facility. Two bullfrogs get froze, but with the V4s being able to shoot up the hill. He doesn't really have the ability to properly deal with anything. This heroic Guardian tank would have been nice to keep, but because he doesn't have the ability to keep it, he could use one of the Tesla troopers to capture it, but then it would just get reset to basic. There's the vacuum imploder right by in his main base. Nizzy could probably send a unit in to try and grab that, but with the Tesla trooper right there, it's not really going to be effective. These V4s, if left uncontested, are just going to clean out the base. They're now probably going to hit and take out the... Okay, I thought they were aiming for the boot camp. Nope, they were aiming for the random guy. Natasha's come in, the Vindicator does take out one of the V4s, but it gets taken out itself. Matt has way too many bullfrogs now for him to be comfortably wasting his units. Armor facility is back up, but now he's got a problem that he's trapped all his ground forces. So yeah, he's had to sell off the boot camp. Selling off the boot camp out of those two factories was definitely the better choice. Armor facility is way more important. If Nizzy could get up to tier 3, he could try to get out some Mirage tanks. Those would be a pretty good counter to things like Apocalypse tanks. It's just like the amount of AA he has, it's not worth it. Veterancy going on that. This may be the last push. He's just ignoring this base, but he doesn't need to worry about it. A level 1 cryo beam is not really going to do too much. Anything that really is in danger are infantry. But this is GG. Even if he does snipe the Apocalypse tank, the armor facility's gone. He has no boot camp to get javelin troopers. Construction yard is only... And that is GG. All 3 games won to Matt. Which is honestly a surprise. So thank you for that.
Much out so fast.
Sorry?
I don't know how you got that much out so fast. I'm really confused what you did there because, like,
I expanded. You never got your low ground ore.
Yeah,
Look at the resources, dude.
Well, I didn't look at them, but like, I went to the one of them, and then I need to make. I need to make the fucking prospectors. You can review MCV. That's the problem with Allied as well. Expansion shit.
Oh yeah, Allied expansion sucks ass.
Like, Soviets are my favorite to play.
I think so. It's definitely the easiest to play.
I mean, it depends, but thank all 3 of you for coming back to this quickly. Just to finish this off, have you got any last words you want to say?
Nope. Fuck this game.
I think. The only thing I want to say is I just believe I let myself down a bit, to be honest. But it is what it is, you know. I made those mistakes, so the only person I can blame is me.
You still did pretty good on the second game, though.
I mean, yeah, but like, one, I could have made a super weapon and just like thrown it at his biggest force. That would have helped. 2, I could have made more Tengus earlier on, and I fucking lost that group I made earlier, like the one with the 6 at the top. I completely forgot that they were there because I was looking and searching for them. So I know I made some. Completely forgot.
Actually, no, there's something I want to mention. What I did that third game is what I should have done the second game to somebody. And I would have had a much higher chance. That's kind of what that was the only reason I did that play to prove.
Yeah. Okay. So no, you should have done it to Matt. You should have done it to me because if you did it to Matt, I would have still beat you on like naval.
Yeah, Shoguns are.
Yeah, but everything's just better for Allied. Like weapon jammer, crowdcopter, blackout missile, black hole armor. It's all way better than anything Empire has. Just the damage the shotguns do is the reason it's the better faction.
Yeah.
Nero.
Matt, any last words from you?
Well, all I can say is
Unexpected.
first fucking try, baby! Woo!
I knew that was coming. Thank you all. Thank you all for watching. And after this is going to be the Uprising stuff. Sadly, none of them can join me because that's all single player. But I may bring in some guest appearances every now and again for when I do the Commanders Challenge. God, I'm not looking forward to that. But
Under par, yeah. Under par, yeah.
I don't know. I haven't decided that far yet. Anyway, thank you all for watching this kind of oddball video, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye for now, guys.